What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering, and yikes, the staggering amount of cash that Bud Light Anheuser-Busch has lost has now been revealed, and it is nearly $16 billion in 2 months. 15.7 billion to be exact. However, that number is actually more by the time you're seeing this video, because I assume they're looking at, I read the articles with you for the first time. They're looking at the stock price, market cap loss, and it's down another 2% today. As this stands, it's trending slightly back, but it's still down $1 a share. And as he raced this entire year's gains, the year to date is down 3%. All that good work they did, gone, because they wanted to get woke. Company that won't get woke is, of course, my company, Brand Coffee. Now, I'll give you all a break on reminding you about this for the rest of the week, because I know it's a little early, but our Mother's Day gift box is sold out, and so I wanted to open these up a little early. They include all new snacks and sweets, including salted cashews, butter toffee peanut bomb, spicy sweet treat mix, saltwater taffy, the deluxe nut delight, or you could build your own. If you know what kind of coffee dad likes, what kind of snacks they might like, you can build your own. Promo code DAD to save. Pick yours up now. Reserve it. It should start shipping next week. Our fulfillment center is ready to rock. We've been getting ready all week, getting all of our product in, getting all of our stuff organized so we can build boxes longer, so we don't have to cut it off so soon. But I don't want anyone to miss out. I know it's early, but at least remember, usually we run out about a week or two before, a week or 10 days before the actual day. Anheuser-Busch has lost a staggering $15.7 billion in value since Bud Light controversy began, as rivals add $3.2 billion to their value, and experts warn of beer shortage. Yikes. Now, I assume this shortage is of alternative products. Bud Light parent company Anheuser-Busch has seen its market value plunge $15.7 billion since the disastrous campaign with influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Since April 1st, the company has consistently been dropping down the rankings, with experts saying it just gets a little worse each week. But their competitors have added $3.2 billion in market value to their brands at the same time. Molson Coors, which owns Coors Light, has seen an increase of $2.2 billion, around 20%, while Heineken has a spike of $1 billion, an increase of 1.7%. Sales of Bud Light are down more than 23% as of the week ending May 6th, while it's down 27.5% after the next week. According to JP Morgan beverage analyst Jared Dingies, he said that the bank expects a 12 to 13% volume decline over the course of a year in the United States. Of course, we believe that there's a subset of American consumers who will never drink Bud Light for the foreseeable future. He added, shares have underperformed EU beer peers by 15% since the start of April. We believe this is due to the U.S. uncertainty, as investor focus has shifted squarely to the potential impact from the controversy. The expected decline in earnings before tax will follow a 12% drop in a volume of 10% decline in sales. In the company's latest attempts to deal with the backlash, Anheuser-Busch has told wholesalers it will buy back unsold cases. Sure, of course. We all know that. We talked about earlier, that there's the whole beer industry was in shock. He claims a newfound demand for lagers not owned by Anheuser-Busch could result in a trickle-down effect. We talked about this, where they're actually running out. And I think it's going to continue to get worse. And if you look at it now, the stock market is reporting on it. It's another down day for Anheuser-Busch, putting the stock on pace for its worst month in nearly 2 years. The parent company major beer brands, Budweiser and Bud Light, have been under pressure from groups across the political spectrum, as well as from investors, for its handling of recent social media promotion. At recent check, AB InBev is down 2% to 57.56, on Wednesday. That brings the stock's losses to more than 11% so far in May, putting it on track for the worst month since 2021. I suspect it will beat that. The company made waves earlier this month. We all know the company said in response, blah, blah, blah. I mean, the fallout for the campaign and the company's response to conservative backlash has led to declines in sales volume for Bud Light and other InBev brands. Now investors are concerned that the company might have to cut prices to spur sales. We saw this in a different article the other day where people are talking about there's going to be like a price war, because I honestly don't know how that works. I don't know how that shakes out, because I don't think, I mean, right now you can get a case of Bud Light for almost free after mail-in rebate. And I don't think that's spurring people to make any purchases. The stock has fallen too, off 14% from its 52-week closing high on March 31st, the day before the company's social media post. Barron's has noted that stock loss looks appealing on the sell-off, although the decline doesn't appear to be played out yet. So they're saying it's still going to go down further. With Wednesday's losses, third straight day of declines, AB InBev shares are on track to notch their lowest close since late November, according to Dow Jones market data. The stock's drop has come as analysts have lowered their expectations. Lowered expectations. Remember that show? Or that skit? I think it was on Mad TV. According to FactSet, consensus per share estimates for the current quarter have fallen 3.8 and 1.6% respectively. That said, most on Wall Street are still optimistic that these problems will pass, although AB InBev has gotten one downgrade since the start of the controversy. 58% of analysts still have a buy rating on the equivalent of the shares, according to the FactSet. Well, I mean, you know, it's interesting to see if that's going to be the case. I don't know, because I don't think making it cheaper, to be totally honest with you, is going to help anything, right? Making it cheaper isn't going to make people, it's not going to get rid of the stigma. And the idea that this is done, like, the analysts aren't worried. And quite frankly, I don't know why they would be, because essentially no conservative or non-woke, I'll say, boycott has ever worked really in history. Maybe in the 80s, I don't know. You know, I remember some stuff, but like it, at least in the modern era, it hasn't. So that's why they're not worried. The thing is, what's happening now to Bud Light is it's like getting Munsoned. Do you remember Kingpin? It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I actually haven't seen it in a little while. Low key, like Woody Harrelson, Bill Murray, just crushing it. There's like Woody Harrelson plays this bowling coach who used to be a great bowler, but he was a degenerate, and they shoved his arm in a bowling ball return and lost his hand. Anyway, they referred to it as being Munson because the last name was Munson, and he had it all and lost it. Well, now that same thing is happening with Bud Light. Like, now videos, I had a video earlier today about the North Face, and it's like their Bud Light 2.0. With Target, we saw, oh, is it another Bud Light situation? Is it another Bud Lights, another Bud, controversy? So like people, this is now, it's like how everyone used to call computer towers, their modems. I remember I used to repair computers, and people would be like, hey, I got my modem won't turn on. And I would be like, what do you mean? Is it internal? Is it external? What's going on with that? And then after like 10 minutes on the phone, I'd be like, oh, you mean your tower, your whole computer won't turn on? And people keep sending me pictures. So anyway, being Bud Lighted is kind of synonymous now with, pissing off your customer base. And you see, Yahoo Finance sales continue to go down. And you see Bud Light sales decline following the controversy. Anheuser-Busch, you go week over week, right? So down 10%, 10.7, then 21%, then 27.3%, then 27.7%, then 28.4%. They keep thinking it's going to slow down and level off. But if you look at even Budweiser, like Budweiser itself did peak back in the third week, and it's kind of leveled off. But I mean, these are their other products. Michelob Ultra. Look what happened to Busch Light this week. This last week, it had its biggest drop from 7% to 13%. So all their other products are getting infected by this. And everybody, you know, a lot of people will send me pictures from their local grocery stores or their Quick Trips or their liquor stores. I don't know if they like literally just stock the shelves, and so it's like a meme. It's all packed, but I'm seeing a lot of shelves absolutely jam-packed with Bud Light product and Budweiser product, and Miller Lite and other products like, you know, competitors selling. And this article actually is saying, hey, we're going to have a problem with alternatives, you know, actual shortages coming from Miller Lite and Coors because the demand is so high. This is real. I think it's going to get worse over the holiday weekend. I hope it does. And I hope people keep the pressure on and stay focused. You know, Bud Light's boycott is good. Target boycott, good. These are 2 wins. Target pulled some of these products from their stores. That's a huge W. That's something that, you know, non-woke people have never achieved before. North Face is another one that, you know, happened today. I don't know if there'll be any pushback there. That company's been declining for quite some time. Their commercial's less offensive. I think they'll have a similar Miller Lite backlash, like a mini backlash for a couple of days, but people forget about it because it's not so egregious. But the Bud Light boycott remains on and brutal. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you're new to the channel, you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And don't forget to pick up your Father's Day gift box. Promo code DAD will save you 10%. Get them in there. They'll start shipping next week. Build your custom one. That way you can, you know, put your claim on it well before the Father's Day rush. And then we'll get it out to you and your Father's Day will be all set. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.